Hey, I'm Noah. I run a cleaning company and I'm a fitness instructor. Today we are going to talk about stretching and why is it so important that you stretch when you wake up in the morning. One, when you stretch, stretching gives you the ability, stretching makes you very agile. What is agility? Like, what is agile? Agile or agility give, it's basically how fluid your joints are. So basically, the more you stretch, the, you know, the, can I say that? The more fluid your joints are. So like, your around your elbow, your knees, basically everywhere, like anything that gets support, so that's why it's good, that you stretch. Two, the other reason stretching is good is because the best analogy I can use for that is think like a car. When you wake up early in the morning, you get into your car, right? You start it up. As mechanic says, you at least wait 30 seconds before you start driving because there's a quick delay. When you start the car, the oil doesn't get dropped into the engine. There's a quick delay before the oil gets into the engine. So 30 seconds after you can drive it. But some people, they wait a lot longer than that. So like when the needle is in the middle between hot and cold. So, some people feel like, their car the engine is more lubricated. They have peace of mind basically. So that's the best way, for some people, that's the best way they can drive their car. So you got to think about it in that sense too. Like, cause some people, do like a quick 2 minute stretch. But when you take a good 5 to 10 minute stretch, right? What happened is both beneficial to your mental and your physical state, right? Cause now, and the other reason too, you get better blood flow. So as just like your body is like the car and then the oil is like your blood. Because the problem is when you sleep and, cause what happened when you sleep, right? Your blood stay relaxed. You know what I mean? Like, you still have blood moving, but it's not moving as when, for example, during the day when your adrenaline kicking in or like, when you making a lot of movement. So you're more, and that's why sometimes, some people, they will experience, not vertigo. I forgot the term, dizziness, right? That's why they will experience dizziness because if you get up too quick, you know, boom, like now your blood was at a calm state and then now you just like, that's why, now you have blood rush and that's why you get dizzy. So that's why it's important to always stretch in the morning, right? And it's not just a 2 minute stretch, like, when you really stretch, like, you stretch your upper body, you stretch your lower body, and you spend some like for example, each stretch you do like a 3 seconds or two, like 1 to 3 seconds, just to like really get the blood into that part of the into those muscles, into that part of the body you stretching at the moment. Because what again, like I said, it gives you it makes you very agile, so which makes you, how like, how can I say that? Sometimes people use, oh, this person is very stretchy, like they're very loose. So yes, that's the thing. It makes you very loose, you know what I mean? And people don't understand. When you say someone is very loose, is because they're very stretchy. Like, like as, for example, you see, that's why, like, for example, gymnastic people, you see, it's like they can bend like certain part of their body at will versus other people can do. So like, yeah, that's why it's important, one, agility, two, better blood flow, and three, it helps you during the day, both mentally and physically. Thank you. Peace out.